Then I started going to different people supposed to be preaching about spirituality, talking about spirituality. But what I found, they themselves were not spiritual. Very greedy, trying to want everything, running after women. I said, what sort of things these are? If they are like this, what are they going to teach me? So I gave up hopes. Then I started searching myself, within myself. Then one day, in a forest I was, with lots of people who were seeking. And I went near the big talab ko kya kehte?
To the sea.
And there I was sitting. And suddenly a light came into me. And I saw it clearly that I am a satisfied soul. I don't need anything. I don't want anything. And that is the time when I saw a few things happening. I felt later on, about 8 days later, that there is this power of Kundalini which rises within me and which pierces through the fontanelle. And all that, which is not a common experience. So I said, this can happen to everyone. We have within us a power. I call it as Kundalini, which is kept in the triangular bone, which is sleeping there. So when you awaken that Kundalini, she passes through these various aspects of our life and she enlightens them. Not only enlightens them, but she binds them and makes them one. That is where we become above all these things and we become ourselves. This is I discovered long time back. When I started raising their Kundalini, first only 2 people got it, gradually. Then so many people got this. So they said, we too want to have this within us. So can you give us? I said, I'll try. I don't know. So we thought we should go into a place which is away from the city. So we were about 25 people. I think 6 or 7 people got their realization. So they told us that we are feeling the cool breeze in our hand and also the cool breeze coming out of fontanelle bone area. So I said, that's it. Now you have to grow in it. You have to watch. With a witness state, you should find out what has happened to you. I must say those days people were very, very genuine. They wanted. It was not just a stunt. And so, altogether out of 25, 21 got this. You see, many boys also started coming, ladies also coming from the West to my group. Then my husband got a job in England. So I went with him. And I started working with the English. It's worked.
We were just in our first year of London life, and we had taken up a house out in the rural area. When I came in the evening, I went to my living room, as they saw, drawing room, and there I saw a young white boy sitting comfortably in the sofa and reading a paper, newspaper. So I said, who is this fellow? Who is he? And he looked at me as if I was an intruder. I went to her and I said, now, do I see what I see? Because I said, I have seen a young man sitting there wearing my clothes, my kurta and my pajama. I said, there is something wrong with me. So she said, no, there's nothing wrong with you. I'll tell you what has happened. And then she explained that she had gone to London. This is what had happened. And so she felt she could help him. She brought him home, and he was dirty, so he had to be given a wash. So I was a little relieved. I thought I had gone out of my mind. I said, well, very good. Then I began to understand the depth of her feelings, her vision.
It all worked out. My husband should get a job in England, that I should go with him there. There I meet people of that kind. It's a fragrance of spirituality which spreads.
Sharma Daini Devi Ma, Sharma Daini Devi Ma, Sahasrara Swamini Devi Ma, Sahasrara Swamini Devi.
She traveled along with me to many countries, and you would find it very difficult to believe. Wherever she went, they probably recognized her a little more than they would recognize me. I was the official. Then, she began to travel on her own, went to different places, different countries. And what appeals to me most in Sahaja Yoga is that it brings about a genuine inner transformation. It is not just talking, it's something from inside.
So we started organizing gradually public program, mostly in Caxton Hall in England, and that were the heroic times. She was coming, she was, staying after the program, giving realization to everybody, working on everybody, talking with everybody about their own private sort of issues, problems. And so I think England was definitely the place where all this was taking place for long. Then some of the people where they went in the country, and that's the way it started. And then little by little they started there.
और लेफ्ट हैंड से देखिए कि सर में कहीं ठंडी ठंडी हवा तो नहीं आ रही, सर से ऊपर. You see, the world is ready for it. That's how. Otherwise, it would not have happened about, say, 20 years back, I think. Now the time has come. It's a new awareness which is coming. You see, it is, I think, it is a system where you are ready for something, you get it. People are seeking, no doubt. I didn't know they were seeking so much. I didn't expect also. But when I saw so many people, I was amazed. बहुत बड़ी बात है आप लोगों को, इतने लोगों के हाथ में ठंडा, सबको अनंत आशीर्वाद है हमारा.
She used to travel so much. I mean, that was the time when I was not so much with her because I was in my home and she was in Europe, and she used to Bulgaria, Romania, I'm hearing she's here, there. She went to South America. How she managed, I tell you, I can't tell you this. Everybody asks me this, that how could you, as a mother share her? And of course you're as a child, you want your mother all the time. It's natural. But then she timed it as such when I think I was engaged to be married already when it was 1970, right? That is the date. So I was already engaged to be married. My sister was already married. So as they say, her worldly duties were... I'm amazed how they can read so much into her. It's because for them also she's the guru. And they're watching every movement of her face, so they have understood her completely. And I think the main thing is that she has been able to transform a person, to run away from that ego and get into connection with the consciousness of Param Chaitanya. So from that point you go backwards, that when that happens, what happens to a person?
Her desire is the emancipation of humanity, that they should be connected to the divine, that they should have joy in their lives, that they should be able to be collectively conscious and understand vibrations from each other. She knows that it's not easy, it's going to take time. It depends on the power of the desire of each individual.
It's not a battle for the world, it's a battle for myself. If I can work it out in myself, it doesn't change the world, it changes myself, so I have my first win. But if we all do it, then eventually we get an impact on society.
Each person has their own story. Each life is different. Many people have never met her physically and who may never end up meeting her now. But they are transformed and their lives have been so affected. So many.